All right, EV chargers, let's break them down. We're diving deep into Ocular's LTE lineup today. Help you cut through all the tech jargon, figure out which charger is your perfect match.
Just sounds like you're after some serious EV charging intel, not just the basics, huh?
You got it. We're talking full-on EV charging strategy here. We've got data sheets, brochures, the works, ready to break down the LTE, LTE Plus, and, okay, this one's intriguing, the IQ Home. Okay, first up, the LTE. This one screams simplicity. Picture this. You get home from work, plug in your EV, and boom, you can see it charging on the LTE LCD screen, like checking your phone, but for your car.
Yeah. User-friendliness in the name of the game with the LTE. It's for people who want a smooth, no-fuss charging experience. And get this, the datasheet even boasts an IP66 rating.
An IP what now?
IP66. It means this thing is built tough. Dust storms, torrential downpours, the LTE can handle it. Tougher than your average smartphone, that's for sure.
The Outback version of EV chargers. Love it. Okay, but let's say you're also a bit of an energy-saving guru, always looking for a bargain.
And that's where the LTE Plus stepped in, with its smart scheduling features.
Right. So imagine you've got a big road trip tomorrow, but the cheapest electricity rates are at 2 a.m. Who wants to stay up just to plug in their car? Not me. With the LTE Plus, you just schedule your charging session for those off-peak hours. Save money while you sleep, genius.
And that's where the app integration really shines. It's not just remote control. You're actively managing your energy use, which is becoming more and more important as energy costs, do their thing.
Speaking of data, didn't the datasheet mention something about data export, like a fitness tracker, but for your car?
Exactly. It's really cool. You can track your charging habits, see how much you're actually saving, even get down to the dollar amount. The LTE Plus gives you concrete data, shows you the impact of your choices. But if you want to talk about serious sustainability, we need to talk about the IQ Home.
All right, now we're getting to the really interesting part. Because the IQ Home isn't just about plugging in, it's about harnessing the power of the sun. Solar integration, people.
You got it. Remember seeing current transformers, the IQ Home material? Those are the brains behind the whole operation, constantly monitoring how much extra solar power your home is generating. They're making sure no clean energy goes to waste.
So instead of that solar energy just disappearing, the IQ Home grabs it and sends it straight to your EV. That's seriously clever. Okay, so let me get this straight. The IQ Home basically lets you power your car directly from the sun. So you're not just charging your EV, you're potentially charging it for free. That's a game changer.
It really is. And for the techies out there, it gets even cooler. Remember those current transformers we talked about?
The brains of the operation, yeah.
Exactly. They're not just measuring your solar output. They're talking to the IQ Home in real time, constantly adjusting the charging speed based on how much extra solar you've got. Pretty impressive, Russ.
It's like having a mini power plant right on your roof. And the IQ Home is the conductor, making sure all that clean energy gets used. This goes way beyond just, plugging in your car. This is about taking control of your energy.
Exactly. And the datasheet actually breaks it down, even on those cloudy days. There's this feature, minimum 6 amps plus excess solar.
Okay, what's that all about?
Basically, it guarantees you a minimum charging speed, even if the sun's hiding. But whenever you do have extra solar energy, the IQ Home kicks in and prioritizes that free power. So you're covered, rain or shine.
Wow, a backup plan for your backup plan. This IQ Home is seriously impressive, but let's be real, not everyone's got solar panels just yet.
True, solar's not for everyone, at least not yet. That's where the LTE and LT Plus really shine. Even without solar, you can be smart about charging and save money with that scheduling feature on the Plus.
Right. You can outsmart those peak electricity prices, charge your car when it's cheapest, even if you're not generating your own power, like playing the energy market, but instead of stocks, it's your EV. I like it.
Exactly. And think bigger picture here. By optimizing your charging schedule, you're not just saving money. You're helping create a more stable grid for everyone. Win-win.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got the LTE for simplicity, the LTE Plus for folks who want to be a bit more strategic, and the IQ Home for the true sustainability champions. But with all this talk about features and specs, we haven't even touched on installation. And let's be honest, not all of us are, electricians.
Super important point. Safety first, always. And with electricity, it's best to call in the pros.
Absolutely. Always consult a qualified electrician. But just out of curiosity, did the data sheets give us any clues about what installation might look like?
They did, actually.
Yeah.
The LTE and LTE Plus seem pretty straightforward, especially the ones with the tethered cables. Compact, easy to mount, might even be a plug-and-play situation. But the IQ Home, with those current transformers, you're talking about tapping into your home's electrical system. That's definitely a job for the specialists.
Makes sense. We are talking about harnessing the power of the sun here. Best to leave that to the experts.
Precisely. Highlights why it's crucial to do your research, consult with a qualified electrician. They can assess your setup, make sure everything is safe and efficient. The goal is a seamless, future-proof charging solution that fits your life, your energy goals, the whole package.
It's like building your own little EV charging oasis, but with safety and expert advice built in. And speaking of safety, the datasheets also mentioned a bunch of safety features, right? Overcurrent protection, surge protection, that kind of thing.
Exactly. These chargers are designed with safety in mind from the ground up. All sorts of safeguards to ensure you're charging safely and efficiently.
Yeah.
Gives you peace of mind while you power up your EV.
That's always good to know. Okay, last thing I remember from the datasheets, all 3 models come with that Type 2 connector, right? Pretty standard for EVs here, isn't it?
You've got a sharp eye. Yes, Type 2 is the go-to here, like the universal language of EV charging. So rest assured, these Ocular chargers will work with your current EV and any electric vehicle you might be eyeing in the future. Compatibility won't be an issue.
Music to my ears. All right, so whether you're already cruising around in your dream EV or just starting to explore the world of electric vehicles, hopefully this deep dive has given you a head start in finding that perfect charger.
Absolutely. But remember, this technology is always evolving. What's cutting edge today might be standard tomorrow.
Which is why I love these deep dives with you. It's like getting a sneak peek into the future of, well, everything. So as we wrap things up here, what would you say is the biggest takeaway for our listeners when it comes to choosing the right EV charger?
That's a great question. I think it comes down to this. Don't just focus on the present. Think about your future energy goals. Are you considering solar panels down the line? If so, that IQ Home with its solar integration becomes really compelling. It's like future-proofing your charging experience.
Love that. Future-proofing your charging experience. That should be Ocular's new slogan. But seriously, even if solar isn't on your radar right now, the LTE and LTE Plus still offer a fantastic blend of convenience and control, helping you optimize your charging and maybe even save some cash on those energy bills.
Exactly. And beyond just the practicalities, there's something really exciting happening here with this whole shift towards home EV charging. It's not just about powering our cars. It's about taking control of our energy future and creating a more sustainable world, being part of that movement towards a cleaner, greener energy grid.
Beautifully said. You know, it really does feel like we're on the edge of something big here. Like, we're not just talking about charging cars anymore. It's bigger than that. It's like a whole shift in how we power our lives, wouldn't you say?
It's true. And it's amazing to see how fast this technology is changing. Just a few years ago, home EV chargers, they were like this new thing. Now they're about to be as normal as, I don't know, as a garage door opener.
And with options like this Ocular lineup, it's not just about practicality. It's about, making smart choices, choices that match your values, whether that's saving money, shrinking your carbon footprint, or just having the coolest tech.
Right. And I think that's a really important takeaway for everyone listening. When you're picking an EV charger, you're not just buying a gadget. You're investing in a more sustainable future.
Well said. Knowledge is power, right? That's what we always say. And hopefully, this deep dive has given our listeners all the info they need to pick the perfect EV charger for them.
Definitely. And who knows what awesome innovations are coming next in the EV charging world. Can't wait to see what they come up with.
Me neither. But until then, that's a wrap on this deep dive into EV chargers. Big thanks to you, as always, for sharing your expertise with us.
Always a pleasure.
And to everyone listening, thanks for joining us. Drive safe and stay charged up.